Dan Tortora, Broadcast Media. Brian, obviously the adversity that the program's faced over the years, how do you feel going into this season with the talent that you have and kind of still working to change that environment?
Well, I look at this year and the term I keep using is opportunity. I think we have an unbelievable opportunity to take another step forward in the rebuilding process. An opportunity as our first recruiting class is now juniors. And this is the first year that everybody in the program has been recruited by us. For us to really, kind of forge that identity of what this program is all about. I think we've taken some good steps to go from 11 wins to 16 or to 17 wins, and then have a chance maybe last year to accelerate that process. I'm not sure. I know as a coach, I didn't think maybe with our first recruiting class being sophomores that we would be in a position to be a postseason team. But then as the year started last year, I said, you know what? I think we have a chance. And you lose 65 games due to injury puts you in a tough spot. But you have to be able in this league. I think one of the things you learn, if you're not a team that can fight through adversity, and if you're not a team with a high level for resolve and resiliency, then you're really in a tough spot. But the opportunity to take another step forward, to build on the identity of the toughness and the physicality we need to play with, discipline we need on offense and defense, the unselfishness on offense. I think that challenge is exciting not only to me but to the players. Opportunity to play in this league where every single night you got to be ready to go, and the opportunity for some players like a Marcus, a DeMarco Cox, a Charles Mitchell, guys like that, where they have to take a totally different role, a new role, and find a greater purpose in their impact that they can make on this team. All those things are, put you in a position where you head into the season with a high level of excitement and you're kind of fired up about it.
Left side, Gregory.
Cox Broadcasting. Do you feel that having your team together for 3 years will give you a slight advantage over a Duke or a Syracuse team that have one and done players?
Well, I don't think there's any question that one of our formulas, and you've seen that, the last 3 ACC champions in terms of Virginia, Miami, and Florida State, I don't know the exact number, but I think there was only one first-round draft pick on those 3 teams total, and they won with upperclassmen. And I think as you rebuild, I think that's where you need to get to. You need to be playing juniors and seniors. Our first class is only juniors, but we brought in some guys with some experience, and I think those guys will make a huge impact for us.
Back to the front to the right.
Brian, as far as Marcus and also, with Corey being here today, what can you say about, you talked about physicality as well as discipline. Where are they at with that for you, and how do they kind of fit into this leadership role that you need?
Well, as I said, Marcus George's hunt every day has to walk around like he knows he's one of the premier players in this league. His assertiveness and aggressiveness has to be, at a high level. As a junior now, he's proven that. He's a physical player. He'll play some at the 2 this year, and obviously even at the 3, a very physical player. Corey at both guard spots adds that physicality and that toughness that is so important to me as a coach. I always said, when people leave the arena, I want them to say, man, that's the hardest playing team I've ever seen. That's a physical team, not afraid to knock somebody down once in a while, take a hit or whatever needs to be done. Really rebound as well, stuff like that. Those 2 guys have to set the tone. Now we also have in DeMarco Cox, a 5th-year player, and Charles Mitchell, someone who's no stranger to the ACC, 2 post players that have to do that as well. Those 4 guys need to set the tone and tempo every day for the physicalness that we're going to play with, the toughness that we're going to play with, as I've always mentioned, the resiliency and resolve that you need to play with in this league.
Is there training or weight training or conditioning